Good afternoon. Welcome back to the 2021 PGA Championship here at the Ocean Course in Kiowa Island, South Carolina. We are pleased to be joined by Webb Simpson. Webb registered a 3-under par 69 today in the third round and is currently 2 over par for the championship. Pretty solid play out there, Webb. Kind of tell us how you felt about your game out there and how it fit into the conditions, what we might be seeing out there today.
Yeah, even though I shot 3 under, it was a bit of a frustrating back nine. I had a clean front nine, 3 under, birdied 11, and then just made a couple bad mistakes. A 3-putt on 13 or 12, and then a couple of bogeys coming in middle of the fairway. But I did make a lot of birdies today. Birdied 14, 16, so it was a bit up and down on the back. But my game was better today for sure than the first 2 days, and it was nice to, make a lot of birdies. I didn't make many birdies the first couple of days. Conditions were good. We didn't have much wind at all in the front, and it picked up on the back, kind of back to, I guess, probably what's normal here. But I don't think it's going to get too hard for the guys out there.
Okay, let's go down to Jeff on 4.
Well, with the wind shift, how differently was that closing 5?
We still had hurt. It was just a matter of now we're hurt right to left instead of straight in or hurt left to right. I definitely like it better for me. It makes maybe 17 a little harder because now you got to start it over the water. But overall, it's a nice adjustment. I generally like to see the ball go right to left, and so those holes are a little more comfortable for me with that wind.
Let's go to number 7.
It seemed like you and Ben were both playing well out there and having a good time. What was your experience like playing with Ben?
I was impressed. I mean, he seems like he's been on tour 10 years, a top 50 player in the world. I mean, he played great really all day. So I know he's still trying to play, he said, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him out here.
Cool. 11, please.
Yeah, and just to build off that, I mean, you guys had the same score today, going shot for shot. I mean, did it shock you? Did you see him improving out there? How would you describe his game and playing with PGA professionals all week in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing, that we get to see kind of the best of that world come out and compete against us. I think most people always want to see how good is the highest level in any sport, and they're not ordinary golfers. They're professionals, and they don't really do this for a living like we do all the time. So it's fun, to see him out there. I played with Rob Labritz in a practice round this year and last year. So know Rob a little bit, played with Omar Uresti. And then, playing with Ben today under weekend conditions in a major championship, he did great. Made a 2 on 17. And my caddy we walked off the green on 17. He said, how's this guy Ben ever lose any tournament he plays in? He should be out here with us. So it was really impressive.
All right, let's go to Luke on 7, and then we'll come to Rex.
Hey, Webb, I'm curious. You've been such a good ball striker for so long, but it seems like you're not overly technical like maybe some other guys on tour. Just kind of curious, what are your sort of keys that you use to sort of just refine your golf swing?
Yeah, we always let the golf ball tell us how we're striking it, how we're hitting it. My best ball striking always seems to be when I have shallow divots, and we kind of start there. For the beginning part of this year until Augusta on Saturday, I was too steep, making these big divots, not hitting the ball as solid as I normally do. So we always seem to be trying to shallow it out a little bit. And for me, typically I get the club a little too far inside of my backswing, and then I kind of lift it up. So we're always trying to work kind of keeping it on the right path for me while making a big turn. And so I'm not spot on right now, but we're getting close.
Still pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Not being spot.
Yeah, getting there.
All right, Rex, we can probably wrap it up here.
Webb, you had 3 days now with the rangefinders. I'm just curious how you found the process. Do you think it speeds it up? And can you imagine a day when they're allowed at all tour events?
I was definitely against it coming in, but we've seen how there's a lot of situations where it helps. I was in the right rough on 10 yesterday, so, it's a funky angle to that back left pin, and our rangefinder got about 6 yards different than what we had come up with. So, and then carries over bunkers. If they move a tee up, instead of walking it off and calculating it in the yardage book, we're just able to shoot it. So I think I was one of those kind of old school guys thinking we're going to need both numbers still. It's going to slow down play, but actually do I think it's been a good thing. And the more we do it, each round, the more I like it.
And about next year on tour, can you imagine a day maybe when they would be allowed on tour?
It's a great question. I mean, I think I could see it going either way. I could see the tour kind of thinking we do it all the time when we're home. We do it in practice rounds, pro-ams. Might as well let us keep doing the same thing, especially since no one's got an advantage over the other.
All right, Webb, thanks so much for joining us. Have
Thank
a great
you.
afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.